listeners, I, editing Hannah, am here unbeknownst to our dear Jess to wish her a very happy birthday. This episode is an extra recording that we did very early in our podcasting endeavors that I thought would be the perfect bonus episode to release in honor of Jess's birthday. After all, it is all about her favorite fantasy romance series. Jess, I hope you're having a wonderful birthday worthy of the beautiful, lovely, talented goddess that you are. It is truly an honor to be your friend, confidant, partner in crime, the Mandy to your Jean, and now co-host. Sometimes I go back and listen to our old episodes when I'm feeling down because I find it comforting just to listen to us being friends. To that effect, this episode was an absolute pleasure to work on, and I will cherish this partnership always. Happy birthday, Jess! Here's to another great year. This episode is a very in-depth, very spoilery debrief and review of the Bonds That Tie series by Bree. The first book of the series is Broken Bonds, and the description of this book is: after the death of my mother and her bonded, I was relieved to find my own bonds. I was sure everything would be okay if I had them. It wasn't. The fate of our people is in my hands, and I know we're better off if I'm alone. After 5 years on the run, I'm caught and dragged back to face the men I ran away from. I thought I was doing the right thing. Now I'm not so sure. North, Knox, Griffin, Atlas, and Gabe may never forgive me, but one thing is for sure. I won't ever forgive myself. Broken Bonds is a full-length reverse harem paranormal romance novel with material that may be difficult for some readers. This book will end on a cliffhanger, and it's recommended for 18 plus due to language and sexual situations. If this book, even a little bit, sounds at all interesting to you, do not listen to this episode right now. Go, read the book, read the series, then come back, because we are about to spoil all the major plot twists. We're going to get very deep into the characters and everything that we enjoyed about it. And so if you're at all planning to read this, come back later. We won't be mad. We'll still be here. Enjoy.
You'll read it in 2 weeks, so you don't have to wait that long.
Enjoy.
Enjoy. No one wants a bloodbath here, or the consequences of that murder, but I'm all for putting the fear of my God in this man. Page 145 of Book 5. Tragic Bonds by Bree. Just like we are putting the fear of God in the urgency of this episode. This is an emergency debrief. Okay, my name is Jess. That's Hannah. Let's get into it.
Yeah, so Jess read a series. It was a big series. It was a series that I've been screaming about forever, since I first read it a year ago. And she was convinced that she was not a fantasy romance girly, and I have never believed her on that front even a little bit. And so finally I got her to read the Bonds That Tie series by Bree, and we are here to do a little debrief for you because oh my God, I'm so excited.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Here we are. So, this series is a 6-book paranormal romance, urban fantasy, reverse harem book series, where we follow Oleander, who is a young woman. I think she's like 18.
She's 19.
19. She's 19. And we follow her when she, after having been on the run for 5 years for reasons that we don't know, she is dragged back to her home, or the home of these 5 men who are supposed to be like her like bonded group, her family in this fantasy world. And there's a lot of angst, there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of romance.
God, is there ever?
Yeah. So we're set in this society where all these people have powers, and along with these powers comes this sort of presence, I guess, in their chest called a bond, where if you test their blood, then they can match up to like who they're supposed to be with. And it's normal for there to be like one central person, and then they'll have like multiple bonds that are supposed to be like their family. So Oleander gets dragged back from being on the run to come back and answer for the way she ran away from her people. And
yeah,
a lot happens.
And I may just note as well that it is unheard of, okay? I've got a quote here that says, "What I did, running away from your bonded, the people fated to be with you, that isn't something that happens a lot, or ever really. Running away from the people that complete your soul, only a fucking crazy person would do that." I am that crazy person. And that was from page 6 of book 1. So
right off the bat, tension. So I figured I would start with just a general, what did you think? Final ratings. How was it?
Oh my god. It was so good. Okay. I was expecting an average of 4 stars. It was 5 across the board. Okay. There was 6 books. This was a 30-star series.
6 books, 600 plus pages for most of them too. It's a long series.
They averaged. Okay, book 1. Actually, I have the page counts right beside me.
I'm pretty sure the whole series is like 3,400 pages or something like that.
Yeah. So, book 1 is around 250. Book 1 is 289. Book 2 is 498. So big jump. And then it stays at around this like 540 mark. So it's 537, 541, 535, and 542.
Yeah. Long books.
Yeah. Especially when I've been reading a lot of horrors/thrillers, which are like 250 to 400. So I opened book 1 and immediately I was just like, this is a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. And then I was like, hold up, there's still 5 more books.
Yeah, and it ramps up.
Yeah. Boy, does it. I really enjoyed the pacing. I felt that of all of them, I think book 4 was probably the slowest. But I feel like that makes sense. Just like it's the middle of the series. It's just over the halfway point. But like it's not really at the climax. So I felt like that made sense as well. I also need to note that this was the very first series to make me cry. Not once, not twice, but fucking thrice. Okay?
That's crazy because it did not make me cry even once. I did not cry over this book.
Never cried for a book, and I cried 3 times.
No, wasn't this the first time you've ever cried over a book?
Ever. Period.
Gotcha. Oh, I feel so vindicated. You should have listened to me so much earlier.
Oh my god. The first time it happened, I was sitting there, jaw dropped, not even over what happened in the book anymore, just like that it happened.
That it made you cry.
Yeah. What did it was Griffin taking care of Oleander because she was having hella period cramps, and he just silently went about helping her. And she didn't know where she stood with him. She was super anxious, and he just didn't say anything. He just got behind, just tucked himself behind her and just slid his hand over her stomach and just mentally took the pain away.
Yeah, because he can heal.
Yeah.
That's his power.
Well, no, he's a neuro.
Yes, yeah. Okay, well, hella spoilers from this point forward, just saying.
Don't lie to the people.
I just was trying not to spoil. But I guess we've reached the point where we're spoiling.
I don't think we're getting through this.
Yeah, no.
Without spoiling.
No, we're gonna spoil. It's fine.
There's way too much to talk about.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, so we've got Oleander. She's our central. She's the one who ran away, and she's now been brought back to answer for all the craziness. And then she's got 5 bonds. So she's got 5 guys that she's like fated to be with.
Yeah.
There's
Lucky
Griffin, who is a neuro. That's what they call it. But it's basically there is nothing in the human brain that he cannot manipulate.
Yeah.
Then we have North, who has shadow creatures is as his main sort of power. So he has these shadow creatures that just sort of emerge from him and he can control them and then they help him fight bad guys. And then you've got Nox, who also has the shadow creatures, but he has a different relationship with them. And he's also got another couple of powers. They all have some other secondary, like side stuff as well. Yeah. But that's so that they have the shadow creatures. Then there is Atlas, who is invincible.
He's indestructible. It's crazy.
He's indestructible and very strong.
He's bulletproof. He's bomb-proof.
Yeah. And then there's Gabe, who is a shapeshifter. He can shapeshift into any animal that he can think of. Yeah. So those are our main 6. And then we've got Sage, who is Oleander's best friend. She has elemental powers, so she can control fire and create fire. And then her brother Sawyer is a technokinetic, is what they call it. But basically, he's just like an IT guy on steroids. Like he
the 90s hacker man.
Yeah,
but like crazy.
Yeah, that's Sawyer. So those are our like main. And then we have Felix, who is a healer. He's just a healer, but like the most powerful healer ever.
He's great at his job.
Yeah, and then we've got Kieran, who is a teleporter, who can teleport. Obviously, he's a teleporter. That's what he does. But he's very powerful. So those are our main peeps, just for reference.
And then there's some other abilities too. Like there's triggers, which are basically human bombs, which are useless if they aren't also a healer. But if they are a healer, that means that they can, trigger more than once. So they're just a reusable bomb, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of different kinds of gifts, they call them.
Yeah, all of these people have gifts. They're the gifted in this society.
There are non-gifted too, which is basically muggles.
Yeah.
But that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, but the gifted are sort of like self-contained, self-governed. They have their own like military and they have their own like they have the council, and so they're kind of separate.
Like Harry Potter and the Ministry of Magic.
Yeah. It's kind of like
in that sense.
It's kind of like that, yeah. Except they're not wizards. They just have powers.
No, they're X-Men.
They're just pretty much. Yeah. X-Men meets Harry Potter. That's what we've got going on here with smut.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah, so great. So sounds like general impressions. It was good.
Positive.
Made you cry?
Very positive.
Had a good
time.
Made
me cry.
All right.
We did.
All right. Well, speaking of characters, who's your favorite character?
Oh my god. Okay.
Of all of them, not just the guys. Like, who's your favorite?
Of all of them?
Of everyone.
So, my number 1 is North.
Yep.
Oh my god,
Mr.
Draven.
North Draven.
Mr. North Draven.
Yep.
I
knew that he would speak to the people-pleasing eldest daughter in you.
Boy, does he. Oh my god, he does so well.
Very much a caregiver, very much a provider.
Yeah. In like such a quiet way as well. Like, to the point where Ollie doesn't even realize for so long that he's really, like, taking care of everything she could ever need.
He's taking care of everything. The whole fucking community. Like,
yeah.
He's on the council.
And, she doesn't even realize at first. And then it just kind of, like, clicks. That, like, even when she thought that he absolutely hated her guts, that he was still, like, providing for her. And he knew everything that she liked, even her obnoxious Starbucks order, which he had no reason to know whatsoever because it's like a mile long and pink and fruity.
And he's never once been to Starbucks with her before in his life because he didn't like her for the first like 3 or 4 books. So there was no way.
Yeah. So and just like he cared so immensely about the little things. And also Spice King. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you had, listen, okay, you had a Shadow Daddy introduction with Spookily Yours.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then I just
did.
threw North Draven at you.
Oh my god. The first scene with North and Ollie together, like their bonding, was insane.
Uh-huh.
He pretty much just like pinned her down with shadows.
Yes.
Like
that's the shadow
crazy.
magic. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep.
That was nuts.
Mm-hmm. Fantasy romance.
then,
This is what I'm saying. I feel so vindicated.
It's crazy. Oh my god.
Oh my god. This is like my biggest I told you so. Should listen to me.
Fair.
You like smut and violence. I don't understand how you've not become a fantasy girly before now.
And also, he washed her hair.
Yeah. Okay. So we like North.
We do.
What is your final ranking of all the male leads?
Okay. I forgot to think about this ahead of time. But
I can tell you mine if you want.
I'm still like pretty sure in what I'm thinking. So
okay.
Who do you I'm so sorry for editing, Hannah. Who should go first? Who would you prefer to go first?
I'll tell you my ranking. So my final ranking goes Griffin first. He's the best. 100%. I think it's something about the honesty. That's another one of his powers is he can taste lies.
Yeah, he can literally taste them.
Yep.
Honesty turns him on.
Exactly. Me too. So he's great. And then after that, I think North and Nox are tied for me in second. And then
they're similar in a lot of ways.
Yeah. And then we have Gabe. He's third for me, and then Atlas.
Okay.
All that to say though, I love them all wholeheartedly. I just love Griffin just a touch more.
Just that much more. Yeah. So I think my rankings, so to speak, would be North, Griffin, Nox, Atlas, Gabe.
Really? Gabe is last. Okay.
Him and Atlas are like, honestly, pretty darn neck and neck.
Yeah, well, they became besties, which is really cute.
Exactly. That was adorable. So in my head, they're kind of intertwined together, just like kind of similar to North and Nox.
Yeah.
Because, they're just like dudes being bros, and it's so sweet.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, but I put Atlas just that little bit farther because of his character development. He grew so much as a person.
He did.
So much.
Throughout the whole thing, yeah.
Yeah, like he was born into a resistance family and grew up with them basically attempting to brainwash him.
Yeah, for context, the political backdrop of her being like brought back from being on the run is there's the council and the gifted community, and then there's also the resistance who are working against the gifted community and also the non-gifted because they're trying to take over because they think that the non-gifted are basically like ants and they need to be wiped out, and the resistance feels like they should be in charge. And so that's why the gifted community and the council kind of has their own military, because they try to fight off the resistance. And so there's this whole like essentially a civil war going on between these two different gifted factions who have these different philosophies about giftedness and the non-gifted community. And then the whole time the non-gifted community is like, yo, what are we supposed to do?
Why?
Yeah, exactly. And so the resistance has a lot of like plots and ploys to try to like infiltrate and overtake the gifted community, and they've got like sleeper cells, they've got like all kinds of crazy shit going on, very very much like cult brainwashing, like it's insane. And Atlas was born into that, and then ultimately like chose Ollie, like chose Oleander even after she ran away from him, but he knew why she ran away though. So
yeah, he very mindfully and purposefully like chose to step away from that.
Yeah.
And chose his bond instead.
His woman, his lady, his soulmate.
Yeah. So, yeah, I have to respect him for that. And then that, as well as how even just like within the bonded group, he grew like a ton.
Well, yeah, because he like
and
hated
it really
all
goes
of them.
into that. Yeah, and it really goes into that at the end of book 6. Where there's a chapter from his POV where he's kind of like looking at the new guys of the community, and he's like, oh yeah, like they still have that chip on their shoulder, like I did too, but like fuck, am I thankful that, you know, I've found a spot that I've settled in, that I'm, you know, like able to depend on my bonded group like this. Like, I'm so lucky that, you know, I got this opportunity. And that was good. That was good.
Yeah. Yeah. It was really beautiful to see. And then he changed his name. So he'd have her last name.
Yeah, he took her last name. That was so cute.
That was really cute.
Yeah. 'Cause he was like, I don't need a traitorous last name. I'll just take hers.
Yeah. Okay, you have a point.
That was so cute.
You have a point. Gabe just gets me because, like, he's just such a sweetheart.
Yeah, he is. He's the golden child.
Yeah, he is. He is, 100%. So, okay, then related to that, like, how did the character relationships make you feel? Like, do you have a favorite? I also wanted to ask you about Ollie and Sage.
Oh my god. Okay, so I love Ollie and Sage.
I
was devastated when Sage killed Dara.
Yeah.
Devastated. Okay.
For context, Dara was a shield, so she basically is like a human force field, and she was protecting the sanctuary, which is like this sort of refuge community that North put his hundreds of millions of dollars into building to keep
he put his
community
money
safe.
Where his mouth is.
He did. And so they have these shields who are the people with the power to put up like force fields so that like the whole community is protected. And Sage killed the main shield. Yeah.
To
let the resistance
It wasn't her fault though.
It was not her fault, no.
No.
But you don't know that.
Cliffhanger. Holy shit. Oh my god. That I'm stuttering. I texted Hannah immediately upon finishing that book. And it wasn't just a text, it was a full-on vlog where it was like, I don't believe it. I don't believe she did it. She, like, Riley has gone this long being fucking brainwashed. There's no way that Sage did this. Like, like, yes, she was bullied for so long, and that, like, technically I could see the moral dilemma of that could possibly lead to her joining the resistance, but no.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was so upset that I read that late at night, and then I had to go to bed, and then I had to go to school in the morning. And
so you could not get back to it.
I was distraught until the following evening. Because I was like, my girl Sage, she is innocent.
Like Ollie and Sage, I love their relationship. I think it's beautiful. I think the way that their friendship sort of evolves is really brilliant, and the way that they grow together and sort of like fill in each other's weaknesses, and like they're very much like you and I, actually. where
Yeah.
like Oleander came in just like deeply traumatized, been on the run, everyone's chasing after her, her own, like the gifted community chasing after her for running away from her bonds, the resistance chasing after her because of her powers, and they want to use her as like this infinite weapon for their cause, and like she's just a girl, and
She's
so
just a girl.
she shows up and like none of her bonded know that she was on the run from the resistance and that she was kidnapped. She didn't run away by choice. And so they all hate her and think that she's like rejected them. And like everyone's just
they're
being
all very
awful.
hurt.
Yeah, and they're being awful to her. And Sage just showed up
accepts her.
And very gently and kindly just accepted her.
Yeah.
Because Sage was also kind of on the outside. That's quite literally what you and I did. That's quite literally how we became friends.
We were both the weirdos.
You were new and I was traumatized and jaded and in a very dark place. Yeah. And you were nice to me and you got more than you bargained for, I'm sure, with me.
Yeah. And so now I've got a puppy for life.
Yeah. You do have a puppy for life. And so especially when Sage accidentally sets that building on fire.
Oh my god. And then Ollie just goes and she's
no hesitation walks into the burning building.
Again, I have to say it. North in that scene, gentleman did not care that Sage set a hundreds of years old building, like a historic building
that he owns
on fire that he owns, because he knew that something must have been wrong for that to have happened. And he was more concerned about like he was concerned because it was someone that was important to Ollie, and so he's like, okay, whatever, let's go.
Yeah, and that moment for me is what like solidified Ollie and Sage's relationship of like she dead ass just like went into
a burning building.
Walked into a burning building. Which like there is the time when she went running to the resistance because the resistance kidnapped Sage and Oleander just like went after them. But like that was different to me because with the resistance, she can use her magic for that. She can. Yeah,
she can't do that for a burning building.
She cannot stop herself from physically being burned using her magic because she's a soul render. The only thing she can do is harm people. She can't manipulate anything else. So for her to walk into a burning building fully vulnerable because her gift is not going to help her at all for her friend, like I don't know, that just like spoke to me.
It's really good.
Their relationship spoke to me a lot because like. Yeah, she just went in fully vulnerable and just to like get her friend.
Love that they're both named after plants.
Yeah.
I thought that was so cute.
And like Oleander is a poison and Sage is like a healing herb.
Yeah. I also really liked how they also both not only loved each other and like wanted each other to grow, but like wanted that for each of their entire bonded group.
Yeah.
That was just such pure, wholesome friendship. Where she was just like, okay, well, like, your Sage is bonded, so, like, you're family.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
It was just so good.
And they just became one big family.
Yeah.
All together. With, between Sawyer and his bonded group
and
with
Gray and
Aro.
Yeah.
And then Felix, Kieran... Riley, and who's the other guy? Wick. Yeah. I didn't like him.
He's another fire guy. He's okay at the end.
Sucks.
He's getting there. He's who Atlas was looking at, where he's like, he's still got a chip on his shoulder, but he's working on it.
Yeah. And then there's Ollie's bonded group, which is our core 6.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. And then the relationship between Ollie and Nox after she saves him.
Oh. My goodness. Okay, one of the scenes that made me cry was Nox's death.
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit. I didn't know how to feel. I didn't know what was about to happen. I was so worried. And I was like, how? Like, does he like keep going as a ghost? Like, does her soul rending bring him back as a ghost because his body's done? His body wasn't done, luckily. Nope. But
heal the vessel.
That's what I was thinking. Like, I was panicked. But I actually have a quote here.
Oh.
Hang on. Ba, ba, ba. Okay, so end of book 4 is the Nox Draven death scene. Mm-hmm. And I actually have the exact line that made me cry. And it is on page 532, which is the very last page on Kindle anyway.
I know exactly what you're about to say, and I'm not even looking at the notes.
I'll see you in the next life, bonded. Maybe I can love you right there. And this is like after they discover that they reincarnate.
Yeah,
and
because
he's like literally about to die. Like he dies 2 seconds later.
Yeah.
And it was the first time that he used their mind connection. That they can talk to each other like Neuralink. It's crazy.
Yeah, because when they're as soon as they're bonded, they can like
if you're powerful
enough. Telepathically, if you're powerful enough,
and
they all are.
That was the very first time that he did it, and he was literally dying, and that's what he said. And I couldn't help it. It just happened, and I was sitting on my couch. I was like, ah,
broke your heart.
Next book.
Pick it up immediately.
Yep. And then, and where are we here? Where are we? Okay, and then book 5, the following book, mm-hmm. Tragic Bonds, page 69, I might add. Mm-hmm. Nox stares at me for a second, his eyes so dark that I think for a second that maybe his bond has come out, and then he says slowly and oh so carefully, if I didn't want you here, I wouldn't have brought you with me. Yeah. And that was the moment where it's just like, I said this 2 books ago. He has a soft spot. He just doesn't know it yet.
Yeah. Because after everything, like, because he needed, like, North needed evidence, mm-hmm. and he got it, but Nox needed, like, firsthand proof that she didn't just run away from them. And the only way he got that was with their soul bond when she rescued his soul.
They basically shared, like, every part of their souls with each other.
Yeah.
Like, every part of their trauma.
They lived each other's lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is so cool. That's such a cool, like, I've never seen that in a romance before, obviously. Because, like, it's a fantasy, so obviously this kind of thing can happen.
My god. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought their relationship was very special. And mm-hmm. the other very notable part of their relationship, I felt, was the first time that Nox sort of publicly showed any display of, like, protection or possessiveness, which was when they were questioning a resistance member. And all of them were in the room, and he kept glancing over at Ollie throughout of it.
The criminal guy, yeah.
The criminal, yeah. Because he knew what Ollie's powers were, and he had heard of her, and, you know, her name steps through the door before she does.
Yeah.
And at one point, he looks over at Ollie, and then Nox grabs him by the back of the head, slams his face into the interrogation table, and says very pointedly, "Stop looking at her." As he's, like, very much just broken this man's nose. Like, there's blood everywhere.
Yep. Yeah.
And I just went, oh.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Nox Draven, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa, okay. Yeah. Go off. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I don't support violence, but I might turn the other way for that. And yeah, that was that was the relationship that made me go, yeah, okay, I might be a dark romance girly.
You think this is okay? You know what? I'm done saying it. I'm done wasting my breath because you're a dark romance girly. You're a fantasy romance girly. You are. I don't know what else to tell you.
It took a while to get there. Yeah.
You were like, I don't know, romance is not my thing, and I'm like, okay, but murder
it just
though
has to be right. It has to have some blood in it at some point.
It has to have the morally gray men.
Yeah,
that's what you needed. Listen,
something to have me on edge.
I told you so.
Yeah, you did.
I did, and I was right. Okay, I think the only one of them who's not like totally overtly morally gray is Gabe.
Yeah, Gabe is such a sweetheart, and I feel like that played into why he's number 5.
Yeah, he didn't have enough violence for you.
I'm like, he's so pure. He was literally a virgin.
Yeah, he waited for her. He
waited for her.
He had no idea that she was ever, like, if she was ever going to come back. And he waited for her.
And he still waited, because he was like, it just didn't feel right.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
He was the only one. The rest of them were hoes.
Yeah.
But he waited for her, and she waited for them, too. To be fair, she was on the run and was being tortured.
Yeah, she didn't really have a choice.
She didn't have an opportunity, you know.
However. Oh, can we also, for a moment, speak about Ollie and Griffin's bonding scene?
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy, dude. Oh my god. Having... Who was it? It was Gray's sister. No, it was Grace.
Grace, right.
Sprayed perfume on herself and then rolled herself in Griffin's bed, knowing that Ollie's Bond goes nuts at smells because she's always wearing her Bond's clothes to like soothe her Bond. So that Griffin's bed would smell like another woman. And as soon as Ollie smelled that, her Bond kicked in and went, that's mine.
Yeah, and there was no stopping it after that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I had a quote somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it was something like no one wants to touch something once your Bond decides that it's theirs. Like,
yeah, no.
You don't. Like, all of the God bonds, as they call them.
Yeah, because our core 6 all have, like, their bonds are actually, like, these sort of
reincarnating gods.
Yeah, who keep cycling through trying to find each other, and they've spent like thousands of years being reborn.
Trying to all reincarnate at the same time.
Yeah, trying to be together, and then finally they've reincarnated at the same time, only for like the political stuff to get in the way. And so
which was also, though, more gods hunting them, using the political stuff to play it off to the rest of the community.
Yes. Yeah, that's the big reveal.
Wild. Oh my god.
So,
once it really pieced together, like, I like took a moment and I was just like thinking about it. It's like, okay, so there's the gifted and there's the non-gifted, and in the gifted there's the resistance and there's our guys. And the resistance are like Voldemort, and they have powers, but they don't like us, and that's not good. And I was just going over this like step by step in my brain, just to like make sure that I've got this all down pat. And I was just like, this is fucked.
It's so fucked. And so brilliantly plotted.
So well.
Full
and
circle.
I'm like, well, it's a good thing that we have multiple death dealers.
Death dealers are the shadow guys.
The Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
Death Incarnate herself, as one of the Bonds called her at one point.
Yeah, well,
which
she
was
can
beautiful.
Quite literally rip people's souls from their bodies.
Yeah,
so.
It's magnificent. As well as a dragon. Okay.
Yeah, love a dragon.
Come on. Think bigger.
Little sweet little Gabe.
Oh my god.
Dragon.
Little Gabe. He's a big old dragon. He's just gobbling up little resistance men. Just,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So then, okay, so a couple things then. What did you think of like the magic system and like the world building then?
I was a fan, to be honest.
Yeah.
I've always leaned away from fantasy when it feels too mythical. Okay?
Mhm.
I
This
don't
got really
like
fucking
it
mythical.
in a sense, but also I feel like the violence is so far in the opposite direction that somehow it comes out in the middle. And
It counteracts it. It balances
yeah.
it out.
And so I'm like, that's plausible.
None of this is plausible.
None of it is. Not at all. However, I really like the term magical realism. And I feel like having the gifted and the non-gifted and how they were separated politically in the way that they were sort of brought that in for me as well. Where I'm just like, okay, I like that. Like the real world is there too, which makes it so it's just like, it could be. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like you haven't seen the Barbie movie.
I have not seen the Barbie movie. I'm sorry.
Just kidding.
I remember. No, I don't.
No, you don't. I think the elemental powers were more on the mythical side.
But ripping someone's soul out at will is not mythical.
No, that was fucking metal, dude.
Okay. So you need
No.
some uniqueness. Like this didn't have like the classic invisibility flying like,
Yeah, and I was happy
superpowers.
with that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was unique.
Yeah, like the elemental ones, I was just like, okay, like I've seen Avatar multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
I know how that story goes. However, soul rending got my attention.
Soul rending, death dealing.
The dread, hello.
Yeah.
So cool.
That's one of Nox's powers, right?
Yeah.
Where he just makes people feel this like all-consuming sense of dread.
All-consuming sense of dread. And then once they bond, he can implant any emotion into somebody else.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah, because that's another thing about this magic system is so like there's
their power
the
like
bonds.
amps up.
Yeah, there's the bonds, and then once they've bonded, you bond by having sex for the first time, with someone, and then once they've bonded, they get like a power surge. Like suddenly their powers amplify, or they can get like new powers or something. Like I believe Atlas's was where he could put his invincibility on someone else. So like he could also temporarily make someone else invincible or indestructible. And it was just cool. So the dread was cool. That's a cool power.
The dread I found very intriguing.
So was there any other aspect of the world and like the magic and all that stuck out to you, if any? A favorite part aside from the uniqueness of the powers?
I liked that they addressed the fact that in recruiting like TAC team operatives, that the higher tier families are the ones, like the families with more political power are the ones with the higher tier gifts. However, because they are in more positions of power, they're not just offering their family members up to join the TAC teams, because it's basically joining the army.
Yeah.
But the lower tier families have the lower tier gifts. And so
they're not as powerful.
Yes, they're willing to fight, but they're not as powerful against very powerful opponents. And then once, North decides, he's like, hey, the council is not working for our community. Like, we need to figure out a new form of like political democracy, I suppose. And make it so that, these seats aren't just inherited, family to family.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it needs to be, popular vote. It needs to be not just you're born into this. And then all of a sudden, all these higher tier, kids in these families are joining the TAC teams. And it's like, I felt like that was a really cool little thing to add there.
Yeah. And when I read it, I liked that, like, you can see the difference between the resistance and the gifted community, like the official sort of council gifted community, where these like highly powerful people have been sort of pampered out of wanting to actually do anything for their community. They just want to continue to be rich and just be safe in their homes and not have to think about the peasants. And
yeah, except
so there's
for North. North is rich done right.
Yeah, North is rich done right. And so there's that going on, and the only thing that like separates that allows for that is that this community is good, like they have some morals, because like the resistance, the powerful people or the less powerful people, like the less powerful people get killed in the resistance, point blank, period. But the powerful ones also have to fight and have to, like, they don't discriminate at all based on like like they don't care about politics, they don't care about like money, they don't care, they just want power, and they're gonna do whatever they have to do to get it. And so in a way that prevents that the kind of problem that the council's having from happening in the resistance. So like they both had their different sets of problems, and I thought that the interplay with that was really cool. And then the lore that comes into it, the way that the resistance was messing with the blood work, so people were getting paired like not with their bonds.
Oh, that was so cool.
That was so cool.
And the fact that it dated back generations.
Yeah, like they've been doing this for ages and ages. Minute. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Like
no one had any idea.
Incarnations of gods were doing this.
Yes. Yeah, the resistance, like it's just so deep-seated, and it's essentially like a war of gods that got forced upon this community. Yeah. Which is so crazy.
Wild.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Did you see any of the twists coming? Did you predict anything?
I don't think I even tried to make predictions. I just gobbled it up.
You were too quick.
Yeah. I was just like, give me more.
Yeah, that's that was the experience that I had too. It was like crack. Like I finished the first time I read the series, I finished it in under 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think all 6 books during finals was a 3-week read.
Yeah, that was crazy. I could not believe that. I was not expecting you. I wasn't even expecting you to like these, honestly.
Yeah. 30 stars.
30 stars.
30 stars.
Yeah, this year I didn't even rate it that highly. Also, the first time I read it, I gave them like around 4 stars each.
Yeah, I just went blood, gore, and sex. Take my stars.
Yeah, and there's a lot of exploration. In that regard, because it's interesting, because in this society where I guess polyamory, sort of a form of it, because you've got your one central who's in relationship with multiple people, but the other bonds are not in relationships with each other. So it's not quite, it's a form of polyamory, but it's normalized.
Just so happy to share.
Yeah, but
they're all so happy to share.
But it's in this sort of setting where that's normalized, and so it enables a lot of exploration of relationships and like security in relationships, and the way that like they all have these individual relationships with Oleander around each other, and how the bonded groups work. Like it's a really fascinating,
and privately as well. And
like how they are as a family and also individually with each other. Like there's just a lot of layers there to it, and I think that like the sort of setting of this society is what enables that, and I think it's really cool. Any other thoughts, quotes?
Oh, I always have quotes.
Yeah. I see that you have a bunch here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so would you like me to just speed run some for you as just like a final read these books?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, great.
Because I see some of these quotes, and yeah. You just go ahead. Now this is the portion where we convince you to read this based on quotes. Which is how I got Jess to read it in the first place. Fun fact.
Exactly. She just kept sending me quotes until I went, okay.
Okay, fine.
Book 1, page 27 says, what part of his office job makes him so damn ripped?
Who was that about?
North,
yeah.
Yes.
Because, like, that's true. Like, all of these men are, like, over 6
Jacked.
feet. Completely jacked.
They look like gods.
They're rich. Like,
oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah.
His eyes narrow at me in a glare, and he mumbles, cold-hearted fucking bitch. Yeah, that's totally me. So cold that I ran away from the people fated to love me to try to stop the end of the freaking world as we know it. Total fucking bitch. Page 33.
That highlights Oleander's sense of humor perfectly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What in the Harry Potter bullshit is this? Page 140.
Is that where you started on the, like, this is Harry Potter meets X-Men?
A little. Yeah. Where I was just like, actually?
Low key.
Yeah.
It's Harry Potter and X-Men, but adult.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Moving on to book 2, Savage Bonds. They don't know half of what I can do, Bond. If they did, they wouldn't dare call me or mine a monster. Page 63.
Oh,
and I just went, oh.
Who said that?
Ollie.
Oh.
I
love her.
Yeah.
She's such, like, she is a wonderful, like, badass female main character.
Oh. She's a bad bitch.
She's strong and soft, though. Like, she still has that softness.
It's
She's
wonderful.
Just selective about how she shares it. I identify with her a lot, so.
So much. Yep.
Yep.
Fuck, my Bond wants to tear his throat out and watch him bleed out at your feet just to make sure you like me more. Page 212.
Gabe!
Gabriel R. Dern.
Gabe, when he was, for 5 minutes, not a golden retriever.
Yeah, for 5 whole minutes. When he said, can you hold your Bond back if I eat you out on the back of a motorcycle? He didn't, for the record.
No, because
but
it's painful to hold
really
Bond
wanted
back.
to. He really wanted to.
Yeah. We saw another side of Gabe during that scene. That was crazy.
Yeah.
And then he was never like that again.
Never.
No.
I was a little, I'll admit, I was a little let down by that. I was expecting a little more pounce when they bonded.
No, it was just sweet.
It's okay.
You had pounce with all the other 4, so.
Exactly. So I was like, I still got pounce.
Gabe had to balance it out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just grab whatever is comfortable to sleep in for you, and I'll fix this. Page 403.
Griffin! Again, okay.
Griffin!
This, again, is why Griffin is one of my favorites, okay? Because I get that, okay? I am constantly
oh my God.
being independent, being strong, dealing with my own shit.
Be like, you know what's comfortable? Nothing.
No, but, like, seriously, I am so, like, having to be, like, strong and on top of things and independent and dealing with my shit and, like, all this. Like, sometimes I just want someone to look me in the face and be like, you look tired. Go sit down and let me deal with this.
Just be like, you are being taken care of.
And Griffin provided for Oleander in that way, and so
God.
I just loved it. I love him.
He does.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If this is how he plans on keeping me in line, signing me up for ruining this man's life, because I'm not ever going to give this up. Page 413. And I feel like that energy is right on brand.
What was that? What was the context?
That was Ollie about Griffin.
Oh.
That was 10 pages later.
Right, because at that point she still hadn't bonded with any of them because she didn't want the power surge because she was afraid of what it would do. And this was
right after she had bonded with Griffin. And
yeah,
she went, okay, so you didn't fuck another woman? And he went, I haven't fucked someone since you came back.
Yeah.
And she just went, well, your bed smelled like it. And he just went, I'm fixing this right now.
Yeah. She's like, well, I guess we're doing the power surge and I'm going to ruin his life. Because the resistance is coming after me, but I don't want to give it up.
Yeah.
That was a turning point. I liked it.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
I accept that I'm not going to be scared anymore. Page 489.
These books spoke to me.
Okay, you can take it in the cute way, or you can take it in the sense of she's conceding that she is in fact going to fuck all 5 of them.
Yes. And not be scared of the power surge or the consequences of the politics or the resistance coming after her. Like, this is when she's starts to accept.
I just want some dick.
Well, it's more than that. She also
it is more than that.
Like, she's sort of
in simplest of terms.
Yeah, at this point, she's starting to accept that she wants to be with them, and it's worth the risk. And I think that is lovely. And also, it's like when she's just barely starting to accept that they might be stronger together.
Yeah, when she starts to realize that she really hasn't had any big power increases. And then when Atlas sort of proposes, where he was just like, okay, like, you were tortured as a child, Sweetness. So, perchance, your bond came out early and you're already there.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
She just went, huh.
Shit, you right.
Chance.
Maybe.
For chance.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah.
How about we just bond and find out?
Yeah, yeah.
And so they did.
Mm-hmm.
So, book 3, Blood Bonds.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's nothing but death and pain, blood and destruction. I might be utterly fucked from the drugs, but my bond has always been stronger than anyone will ever comprehend, and no one threatens me without facing the dark god living inside me. Page 114.
Oh. Book 3, Oleander, gave me chills.
Oh my god, did she ever?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, book 3 is... It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, it's definitely where she started, like, coming into her own and, like, started getting comfortable with herself, which I felt like just gave her so much more power as well, which was just so cool to see.
Yeah.
North looks over at me, and I know that it's game over for him. That's the last puzzle piece in the mystery that is his bond. Now he knows everything he ever needed to know about her. He's done for. Hook, line, and sinker. He belongs to her now, whether he's admitting it to himself yet or not. Page 122. And that was from Knox's point of view about North falling for Ollie, and I just...
Yeah, Knox and North are brothers also, by the way.
Yeah, they always are. Every lifetime.
Yep.
But, yeah, and, like, I knew it. Oh, I knew it. Because as soon as Ollie went to that camp, I texted Hannah, and I went, something's gonna happen, and her coming back from the camp is gonna be the proof that North needs, and because, you know, how's she gonna get anything physical, but her just coming back when he thinks that she ran away for so long, it's gonna be what does it. And then it was, and, I think that was, like, the one quote unquote like prediction that I made where it's like this is how it's gonna work. And it did. It was great. Yeah. And I have another quote here that goes into that as well, where it says, how you endured what they did to you without murmuring a single word is beyond me, but it was more than something I asked from you before you left. Page 183. And I just yeah, it's great.
Yeah, for context, the resistance, the reason why that she had been kidnapped and tortured was, one, because of her power, and also because they wanted the names of her bonds so that they could kidnap them too and, like, make them bond, so then they'll be, like, even more powerful in favor of the resistance.
Yeah.
And so, like, she went through that for 2 years and did not even think about their names, for a second. Like, nobody ever, like, she never gave them up.
Never.
Not once.
Yeah.
Crazy. She's a badass. Love her.
She's a bad bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not only is she a bad bitch, but another quote that I have is, I feel like I should point out that I'm a merciful God and I only killed those who torture, maim, and murder for their own nefarious gains. The little beings living quietly mean nothing to me. Page 143.
That was the point of view of Oleander's Bond, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I love that you know the point of view of like all of them.
I've read this series 3 times in the last year.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
Yeah. I feel like I should go back and change my ratings at this point. Because they were all around 4, but I really should make them higher. But
yeah, I'm like, you don't reread this many books at only 4 stars.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I want to say this next quote was Griffin. But it's, you withstood 2 years of torture without giving any of us up. No one deserves our loyalty more, Bonded. Page 339.
Yeah, and I remember that being when she was feeling insecure about like them being so loyal and nice to her, when she was like, she feels responsible for all of these like horrible things that are happening. And they're just like,
you were literally like,
you were a
tortured
child.
as a child.
Yeah.
For years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And lived and didn't give any of us up.
Yeah.
Like, it was incredible.
Like, everything she ever did was to keep them safe.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Book 4, Forced Bonds. And this first quote for book 4 is something that I relate to on a deep personal level, to the point where I had to stop reading and read this quote to my boyfriend at the time, because I couldn't believe that it described my feelings so accurately. Okay. Something that I will never get used to, even with having 5 male bonds, is the ease with which men happily wander into an occupied bathroom and pee in front of an audience. I can't even comfortably pee with them in the next room over half the time without psyching myself up for it. Page 223. And I remember when Hannah was visiting, was the very first time that the love of my life tried to do this in the same room as me. And I panicked. And I just went, I need to leave. I need to get out. I need to leave.
I remember that.
I panicked and I left.
You came running out of that bathroom. Immediately you came up to me, grabbed my hand, and went, Hannah. Oh my god. I can't believe you wrote that quote down for this.
I couldn't not. Oh my god.
Oh my god. I just unlocked something. I completely forgot that happened.
Yeah.
You had only been with him for like a month too. Like less than that.
Yeah. Like a month. And I panicked and I just ran. I was like, I need a minute.
I need to go.
You stay in here. I'm gonna go. Take your time.
Oh my goodness.
It was fine.
Oh my
I've gotten much more cool about things. With
Oh, that's crazy. Well, no, that's another thing that this book does a really good job of like dealing
it's
with.
It's very real about the relationships.
And her anxiety and like the things that she's like dealing with, like the logistics of the whole thing. Like, even if it is like this, like it's societally normal to have these bonded groups, like she struggles with it because she spent so much of her time, like her life, alone.
Mm-hmm. Or even just her getting used to the fact that, one, their bed is big enough for 6. And 2, they don't mind sharing.
Yeah.
And Ollie wrapping her head around the logistics of that. Because the first couple of times it just sort of happened, okay? It was spontaneous and she didn't really have to think about it first. But of course, eventually they just go, like, what are we doing this evening, bonded? And she just goes, oh, that's a lot of men in one bed.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. And she's like, I didn't have to think about this before, but I'm going to be stewing in this for hours. This sucks. And that was also very real.
Yeah, it's very real. And so then that like really grounds the story as well in a way that I liked 100%. A lot. Mm-hmm.
Book 5, Tragic Bonds. Not even death can keep us apart. Every part of you belongs to me, and I will tear any man apart who dares to get in my way, bond or not. Page 108.
Knox. I love Knox.
Mr. Knox Draven.
Yeah. He's a professor too. He's a professor. He's
a professor. He is a reader. He has tomes upon tomes of vintage books. Okay.
Yeah.
Historical books. It's
I love
a
him.
book collector's wet dream. It's honestly incredible. Yeah. His bedroom is a library. Need we say more?
He's the best. Love him.
Yeah. And I did have other quotes for that book, but they were all said earlier in the episode. And so book 6, Unbroken Bonds. She is death incarnate, the true god of souls who can choose who lives and dies. She is as powerful and ruthless as the sun itself, burning away all lesser beings as though they are nothing but kindling for her flame. Mine. Page 3.
Page 3 of book 6.
3.
Yep.
And I believe that's Gabe's bond.
Yeah. That sounds about right. Because at some point you get the bonds perspectives separately.
Yeah, which was so cool.
Beings.
Oh my god. I was a big fan of Oleander's Bond's POV.
Yeah.
As well as Knox's Bond. Knox's Bond was like, it was intense.
Mm-hmm. Well, Knox is intense.
But it was, but it was just so, like, they're all so devoted to her, period. But Knox's was just like on this whole other level because of the soul bond. So that I felt like was a really special point of view.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Next quote is the one that went into my ebook log.
Mm-hmm.
And it is, there is no use being here unless we're together. There is no me without you. Page 57. And that just kind of like solidified the gods' point of view and why they were, willing to come back and fight in every single lifetime. Because like they were just fighting to be together, all 6 of them, at the end of the day. And I feel like those lines were so simple, but just like so encompassing.
Yeah. They spent thousands of years looking for each other.
Thousands of lives together, and they still love me so purely. Page 206.
Yeah.
And then to turn it in a complete opposite vibe.
This is when the war really comes to a head.
Yeah. At one point, I hear the sound of laughter, sickening as it mixes with the screaming. No one ever talks about the things you hear in a battle zone. No one ever talks about that or the smells of burning flesh, of gunpowder, of hot, sticky blood around us, of things that are so much worse than that, things I don't have words for. There's no real glory in any of this. Page 316.
That? Bree is a genius.
Isn't she?
Some lines, like, they're just so striking and so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. I felt like that was one.
That definitely, 100%.
And then to follow that up with, to think that all of this might have started with the god bonds setting elaborate, decades-old traps for us just because they're jealous that we have each other. Page 318.
Yeah. That's what I was saying
Yeah.
before, of like, just this is like, this war gets sort of forced upon this
The people.
community because
Yeah.
of these beings that just keep coming back and wreaking havoc. So then there's a lot of like allegory and symbolism there of like religion and
Yeah.
gods and humans and that relationship and spirituality and things like that, which I think is really cool.
And then I had to finish it off with a quote from my main man, North. If anything happens to my bonded out there, I'll let the shadows consume everything until we're all in hell. It's the least we'll deserve. Page 464. And that was when they had to sacrifice Ollie as like bait. And it was basically like, if we fail, I'm killing us all because it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's your man North.
That's my man North.
It's probably safe to say he's top book boyfriend for you.
Oh my god, he is. He is. He has secured that role.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just like, that's just like a whole flavor of devotion that just like untouched.
It does not
It's so
exist in real life.
Yeah. Yeah. That was crazy.
Fantasy. It's a staple of the entire genre. I can't believe you're new here.
I'm very new here. Yeah. So this was my first big romance series.
Fantasy series.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Is this your like
Romance
first big
fantasy.
series period?
Well, not period. I have read Harry Potter multiple times as a child.
Oh, real.
And I've read other series as like when I was younger as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I've read a trilogy last year.
But this is your first big romantasy.
This is my first big series in a long time. It's my first big romantasy. It's my first multi-book romantasy period. And yeah, it's a lot of firsts in one. But I think it went swimmingly. It could not have gone better, to be honest.
No notes. You loved it.
No notes. It ate. No crumbs.
I am overjoyed. And all I have to say is welcome.
All the times where you said to try again, well, this was the try again that worked.
Yup. And now I know what you like. As we've been talking about this as we go, I have recommendations for you.
Yeah. And we will get there though in later episodes.
Yes. So this has been the Bonds That Tie series by Bree.
Yes. And if you've read this or if you've got other recommendations, please always send them to us. We are always happy to talk books. You can find us on Instagram or Threads at badlyannotatedpod, or you can email us at badlyannotatedpod@gmail.com. And you can find all of our links via the link in our Instagram bio. And with that, best wishes, kindest regards.
Sincerely, Jess and Hannah.